Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about a ski jump. The culture that I identify with is freestyle skiing. Skiing has taken over my life for about the past 8 years, which is when I started skiing. In the winters, all I want to do is ski every day, and in the summers, I still want to ski every day. This jump in particular is called Chad's Gap. What makes this jump so special to us freestyle skiers? Well, number one, it's probably its size. The jump is 120 feet from where you take off to where you land. That's really big. You also go super high in the air, and there's a pretty high risk involved with it. Number two, the jump is very famous because of the successes and the failures of the skiers that did it. It's launched some skiers into the limelight of professional skiing, and it's taken away the ability to ski for others. The jump was found by Chad Zarinskas in the winter of 1999. He was out in the Utah backcountry one day and stumbled upon it. It wasn't until later that winter when Cam Vitovec first hit the jump, and later the next year in the fall it premiered in several feature-length ski films. Those films were the first time that people saw the jump, and it was immediately a big hit because of its size and its danger. The jump was documented by pretty much every major ski film crew as time went on, and that meant that more and more people saw the jump, and it became more and more famous. The jump really started to become notorious in 2005 when one of the top pro skiers at the time, Tanner Hall, hit the jump. Now, the way this jump is shaped, you kind of take off like on the side of the hill like this. So here's the jump, and then 120 feet this way, there's a big pile of mining tailings where the landing is, and then you land on the back side of it. Tanner Hall didn't have enough speed, so when he went off the jump, he came up short, and he broke both of his ankles on impact. It was a pretty bad crash, but he was able to ski the next year. So it wasn't the end of the world for him. But when he landed on top of the ski jump, he said something that has been repeated many times. He slid down the backside screaming, "My ankles are broken! I've got broken ankles!" Now, this was a pretty normal thing to say for him at the time, but somehow, I don't know how, the internet turned it into a meme. And so now whenever people come up short on a ski jump, we always scream this. I don't know why. So we kind of hold it dear to our hearts. So to conclude, the jump Chad's Gap is very well known because of the successes and the failures of the skiers, and because of its size. It's even become sort of an inside joke with the whole ankles thing. So until someone snaps their ankles on another ski jump and screams really loudly, Chad's Gap will remain one of the most notorious and sought after ski jumps in skiing.
All right. Minutes, how did it go?
It went okay. I had some more things I wanted to say, and I wasn't too happy with my delivery. I felt like I kind of stumbled at times for a lot, but overall it was okay.
What is it that you want to work on?
I guess just like practicing my speeches more, making sure I can fit everything, like using better language that sounds more professional, and being more persuasive.
All right. Teammates, if you could offer some feedback.
I thought your structure was really good, how you went into like talking about what the slope was, and then you went into saying like how it became famous, and then how it became like a meme.
It's very clear that you're like really passionate about skiing, but it like points out your speech you were a little monotone, and I think like okay, so when you went to talk about the jump, I could definitely tell like you were really interested in like telling us about that story, and how he like didn't make it all the way. But I think like adding a little more like fluctuation in your voice might be like a better way to like get your like emotion and passion across.
Yeah, for your content, you did a really good job, like, of the history of the ski jump and why it's important to, like, your culture, but you didn't really talk about why it's, like, important to you. You said you, like skiing, but that was kind of it. So maybe add just, like, a little bit more personal, like.
Okay, Vince. All right, interesting cultural artifact to select.
Yeah.
That was cool. It gives us a little bit of insight into you. You're a daredevil. Who would have thought? Okay. Well, maybe not a daredevil, but.
Yeah, I haven't hit the
No?
joke.
Okay. Well, you never know. You never know. In terms of introduction, I thought one thing that really stood out to me, I thought that you did nicely, was really connecting the topic to yourself. I think you did a nice job of connecting that so that we knew why it was something that was important to you. Maybe, as Vanessa was saying, maybe having a little bit more of that integrated into the body of your speech would have just popped it a little bit more. But I thought you did a nice job in the introduction to do that. I would say maybe have a little stronger attention getter. Pop that thesis a little bit more clearly for us, those main points for us just a little bit. That could help. And I think you could do that with a little bit of delivery cue. We kind of had this. Right, so have a little bit more vocal variation there a little bit. Maybe add a little bit, change up the cadence a little bit. Change up the prosody a little bit. So that we can hear that a little bit. It felt like maybe we were holding on to the language that we had written down, as opposed to letting our ideas be there with a little language that kind of comes to our mind right in the moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes when we're holding on to a particular order of words, then things like we're more concerned about that than actually how they come off sounding.